Dr.
Hello.
Adarsh, welcome. How are you?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm fine. How are you?
Absolutely fine. And I hope all is good in your place.
Yeah, good, sir. Going well, we can say.
Uh-huh.
But we all are facing this pandemic, and I would say that means after I think 1.5 month, 1.5 month, India managed very well.
Yes.
And but still, I would say
We are
because I'm
almost
living
done.
outside India, and when you are living there, sometimes people don't understand how well India is managing.
Yeah, no, in fact, this morning I was seeing the entire map of the country, and except the Northeast, few cases, and Kerala, rest all is pretty clear now. And I
Yes.
hope we are able to maintain this because sometimes, yes, we do a good crisis management as country, but sometimes when we are relaxed, the situation is it goes out of control.
Yeah.
So
That's that's why means even though I won't say like the kind of like people we are, we love to not to be like live in boundary,
yes,
and and in this pandemic this is the situation, like we have to follow certain SOPs rules. We
yes,
have to, so still
yeah.
manage very well.
No, we do crisis management quite well. Like in our marriages, if you reach 15 minutes or half an hour before, it's a complete chaos, and in half an hour we get organized. So it is something in our character, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you will be happy to see today's program, which has been put together in just less than 10 days when we talk to you.
Yes.
And in fact, when I talked to Arpit and asked if you are in touch with Dr. Adarsh, he says, yes, we are in touch and he's preparing the lecture. Putting some new slides
Yeah.
and all that. So it will be a real
Yes.
interaction. So
Because it was given the responsibility from you, so during
yeah,
the lecture, I'll try my best to tell people something like which we really need to learn, especially in the sustainable development goals. We
yeah,
need to educate ourselves.
surely. And I'm sure it will be, we are already touching a figure of 95, 96 people. Uh,
Yeah,
and I'm sure that
that's very good number actually.
yeah, the target given to Arpit was 100. So I'm sure in
So
few
three,
minutes,
three, three more, and he's
and he qualifies uh, for for his test.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Arpit.
Hi, Dr. Pandey. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good.
Arpit, it has
Nice.
dropped from 97 to 95. Ensure that it's not dropping.
Sure, sir. Sure,
But
sir.
anyway, you got 94% marks.
Thank you, sir.
CEO sir, Chairman sir has joined us.
Yeah. Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Samir. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good
How are
morning,
you,
sir.
Dr. Saxena?
Fine, thank you so much. We were just chatting before you joined. We have still 5 minutes, and I was saying that the target given to Arpit was 100, and it has just touched 100. Arpit, congratulations.
Good morning, sir.
No,
Hi,
but that
Arpit. Good
includes the
morning. How are you?
number 100 is made by joining Mr. Gupta, the chairman of SCGJ. It's
So
Thank you,
nice
sir.
of you.
Thank you, sir.
How are you, Dr. Adarsh?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much.
Pleasure to have you with us today. How are you, Dr. Damija?
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Sir, Dr. Adarsh has a very good background from India. Dr. Adarsh, can you please tell to the chairman about your Indian presence?
Yeah, sure, sir. Why not? Okay. I did actually my PhD after doing my master's. Actually, I did my PhD from say Mata Vaishno Devi University in India. But prior joining my PhD, I was working as a project fellow in Solar Energy Center. At that time, it used to be Solar Energy Center. Now it is National Institute of Solar Energy. So I worked there 1.5 years, and then I moved for my PhD, Mata Vaishno Devi University. During my PhD as well, I was a National Renewable Energy Fellow by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. So I did my PhD under that fellowship. And after completing that, I joined as a postdoctoral fellow at National Institute of Renewable Energy, Kapurthala. And at that time, Dr. Praveen Saxena was Director General over there at DZ. I worked over there roughly around 1 year before moving to Malaysia. And last time in my one of the lectures, and we discussed like how some of the problems due to like very dynamic leadership of Dr. Praveen Saxena over there, and we managed to do some of the things which were idle over there for quite long in the NIRE, and we managed to initiate that. We started those things during that period of time. Then later on, I moved to Malaysia in 2014, and till then I'm in Malaysia, working in. Then I joined as a postdoctoral fellow in University of Malaya. Then as a lecturer, I served there, and after moving from there, I moved to Sunway University, currently where I am.
Nice to know you, Dr. Adarsh. That's a very strong background, and I didn't know that Dr. Saxena and you have worked together closely in the past.
Sir, very surprisingly, till I saw him in the last webinar, I was also not aware because at that time he must be a very young boy. I am quite sure. He's
Yes.
still young, but
I was about to say that
I
he's still
didn't
young.
recognize him, and I only discovered this connect when we talked to each other a few days back. So I thought, why not to start with him? Anyway, he delivers a lot of talks on sustainable development, and that becomes quite important to us.
Very true, Dr. Saxena. Sustainability is the key today for any nation, any industry, any country. I mean, without sustainability, we won't be able to, move the world where we want it to be 50 years out, 70 years out. So very important for our generations to come. No second thought about it.
Yeah. Actually, when I was in 2013, I was there. It was not quite. Actually, I did. It was like after just completing my PhD, I joined NIRE, and then Sir was there as a DZ, and I think not permanently. He was in Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Sometimes he used to come over there. So it was not like I was just a postdoc at that time. So so.
Fully understand. Fully understand.
But I used to see like how Saxena sir used to work, his style of working, and that especially that institute. Like when I also joined, like it was. I won't. It's not a kind of a criticism, but it's a kind of a. You can say that it's a kind of a motivation. Like how when Praveen Saxena sir joined there and he initiated at least. When you enter now NIRE, you can see that things are okay, something moving on. I don't know what is happening right now, but at that time a lot of development happened.
No, even during the COVID times in last 8 months, we were just having a discussion. We had our AGM 3 days back, 4 days back, and the kind of work Skill Council of Green Job has done under leadership of Dr. Saxena is absolutely commendable. In terms of getting on to e-learning very quickly, adaptability, agility. Not many organizations have been able to do it so fast. So that due credit to Dr. Saxena, undoubtedly.
Thank
Undoubtedly.
you. Mr. Ram, can we have the speaker on the mainframe? Is it possible?
Yes, sir. We'll be putting them on the spotlight when we'll be speaking.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we see some hands. I don't know they are by mistake or they want to say something.
Yeah, so they are audiences, sir. They have just raised their hand if they want to speak.
Yeah, very
But I
quickly
think,
we touch on before we start. Very quickly.
Sure, sir. Should I give them the access to speak?
Yes.
Sure, I'll do that, sir.
Mr. Barik, Mr. Sarthak, and the fellow member from InnoDust, you have raised your hands. If you want to say something,
if not, we can take it up later. And since it is already 12:02, I would request Arpit to formally start the program.
Surely, sir. Surely. Sir, with your permission, should I go ahead now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So a very warm good afternoon to our participants and honorable guest panel who have joined us for this inaugural event. It is my honor to introduce you to the dignitaries present for this event. We have with us today Mr. Samir Gupta, who is the chairman of SCGJ. We have with us Dr. Praveen Saxena, CEO, Skill Council for Green Jobs, and we have with us Dr. Adarsh Kumar Pandey, who is an associate professor with Sunway University, Malaysia. On behalf of the entire team of Skill Council for Green Jobs, I welcome you all to the launch of SCGJ's 75 webinar series under the banner of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Let me take this opportunity to brief all of you about the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Under the Ministry of Culture, Indian Government of India has planned to celebrate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav for the year 2021 till year 2023, and as a landmark year marking 75 years of India's independence. The 75th anniversary of India's independence is a testament to its march by young superpower today. Much of this journey has been possible due to the rich heritage of the skills and the craftsmanship that has strengthened the country. It is indeed a step towards aligning all its efforts with a larger vision of building a new India. Supporting this initiative, Skill Council for Green Jobs will be celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav with a series of 75 webinars on sustainable development, renewable energy, and waste management. I would encourage all the participants to join hands with SCGJ in this momentous celebration by taking active participation in the webinar series today. Dear participants, I would now like to invite Dr. Praveen Saxena, CEO, Skill Council for Green Jobs, to august the gathering. Respected sir, I would now request you to welcome Chairman sir and our guest speaker of the day, Dr. Adarsh Kumar Pandey from the Sunway University, Malaysia. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Arpit. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all the participants present in the launch of this webinar series organized by Skill Council for Green Jobs. I am grateful to the chairman, SCGJ, Mr. Samir Gupta, to know who has agreed to launch this series. I would also like to especially welcome Dr. Adarsh Kumar Pandey, Associate Professor, Sunway University, Malaysia, to convene this inaugural lecture on global issue of sustainable development. In fact, I know Dr. Pandey quite well, and his speech is always mesmerizing to all of us. Before we move to the proceedings of the day, I would like to inform the gathering about activities of Skill Council for Green Jobs. May I request to kindly play the video, please?
देश को विकास की ओर आगे बढ़ाना है। देश को विकास की ओर आगे बढ़ाना है तो स्किल डेवलपमेंट ये हमारा मिशन है। अपने बाहुबल के द्वारा, अपने उंगलियों के हुनर के द्वारा, अपने कौशल्य के द्वारा विश्व का हृदय जीत सके, ऐसे नौजवानों का सामर्थ्य हम तैयार करना चाहते हैं।
On the 1st of October 2015, the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship set up Skill Council for Green Jobs as part of the Skill India mission for the purpose of developing Indian workforce competencies and skills in the domain of renewable energy, sustainable development, water and waste management. The Skill Council is working in the domain of capacity building for green businesses and cutting-edge climate-friendly technologies through skilling and entrepreneurship development. The mission of the Council is to capture the skilling needs for both service users, manufacturers, and service providers within the sector, and implement a roadmap for a nationwide, industry-led collaborative skills and entrepreneur development initiatives that will enable meet India's potential for green businesses. The activities of the Skill Council are broadly categorized in following heads: occupational mapping, skill gap analysis, development of qualification packs based on industry requirement, affiliating suitable training partners and assessment agencies, training of trainers and training of assessors, training and certification of candidates in various domain subsectors, creation of center of excellences, improving industry linkages in all the subsectors, providing consultancy and organizing short-term training. Over the journey of 6 years, Skill Council for Green Jobs has undertaken 9 skill gap studies and has developed 53 qualification packs along with training material and assessment criteria. Green Jobs SSC has certified 4,800 plus trainers, 760 assessors, trained and certified 5 lakh plus candidate. Building a strong workforce, SCGJ is proud to have facilitated over 50,000 plus green jobs pan-India. The organization has grown exponentially for skilling in green energy sector and has built a growing network of 450 training centers, 31 assessment partners, 475 industry partners, and 8 center of excellences. During pandemic, SCGJ launched e-learning management system to facilitate online skill activities in the area of renewable energy and waste management by aggregating all the training partners on a single digital platform and then making learning activities accessible to candidates pan-India.
And the gold medal goes to Aswaka Narayana Sanagavarapu, India.
SCGJ is the first and the only sector skill council to bag India's first gold medal at World Skills Kazan, Russia 2019 in water technology skill. Now with a mission to get gold at World Skills Shanghai 2022, SCGJ has strengthened its preparation and has launched a unique technology-driven training initiative named Foundation Training Program on Renewable Energy. Under this program, students attend training by international renewable energy experts free of cost. SCGJ has conducted RPL training of 4,000 Safai Karamcharis of Noida, supported by HCL Foundation. The training was conducted in an e-learning mode. For this project, SCGJ prepared 6 e-learning video modules on solid waste management. Contributing globally, SCGJ conducted online solar energy training program for the members of 42 International Solar Alliance member countries. This training program was also conducted in French and Spanish language. Considering the national priority on solar energy and India's ambitious solar energy target of 175 gigawatts by 2022, SCGJ has trained and certified 1 lakh trainees under the renewable energy domain, largely solar energy. Today, Skill Council for Green Jobs is the capacity building and skill development partner under the World Bank Grid Connected Rooftop Solar PV Technical Assistance Program. Now to strengthen its quality of training, SCGJ is joining hands with GIZ, UNDP, and DFID to provide international level training to its trainers and master trainers. Contributing to other SSCs, the Greening National Occupational Standards developed by SCGJ is being adopted by all Sector Skill Council for the qualification packs development. Aligned with Clean India vision of Mahatma Gandhi, SCGJ under the aegis of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and NSKFDC has conducted 132 workshops pan-India on prevention of hazardous cleaning of sewers and septic tanks. This is one of the successful workshops helping in prevention of manual scavenging activities pan-India. With a focus on Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, SCGJ has implemented RPL trainings for over 4 lakh Safai Karamcharis and waste pickers. SCGJ will be undertaking 10 skill gap studies and developing a total of 100 NSQC approved qualifications by the year 2030. Green Jobs SSC will be conducting BWOC program in renewable energy, waste management, and sustainable development in 75 universities. SCGJ will expand its network with 750 credible training centers and 50 credible assessment agency in the domain of renewable energy, waste management, green buildings, and green transportation sectors. By year 2030, SCGJ will have its activities in all the states and will have 20 Center of Excellences. The Council will encourage and take up professional development activity on a regular basis. SCGJ proposes to take its certified trainers number to 7,500 and assessors to 1,200 by year 2030. The Council proposes to certify 6 lakhs candidates in short-term trainings and 20 lakhs candidates under RPL trainings by year 2030. Today, Skill Council for Green Jobs continues to propel green growth in green energy sector pan-India.
This was a brief video for everyone to look at the activities what SCGJ has done in the last 6 years and what is the roadmap for 2030 till 2030. Now I would request CEO Sir Dr. Praveen Saxena to formally welcome Mr. Samir Gupta, Chairman of Council for Green Jobs.
Thank you very much, Arpit. I would request if the other people, their mics can be muted. Ram, can you do that? Because I'm listening some background noise.
I'll do that, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. This was a very short video on what we have done as far as the Skill Council is concerned and what we propose to do. I am very happy to inform that this future roadmap which we have prepared has come with the in-depth discussion with Mr. Samir Gupta, who has taken over as chairman of Skill Council for Green Jobs from February 2021. I was immensely impressed by his vision, and the very first day he told me, "Why not, Dr. Saxena? We have a long-term vision for Skill Council for Green Jobs." Thank you very much, sir, for giving us this way, and also that how we would be performing in next 10 years. Mr. Samir Gupta is the chairman and managing director of Jackson Group, the India's leading distributed energy solutions and EPC company. A second generation entrepreneur, Mr. Gupta joined Jackson in the year 1991 and led its transformation. Jackson Group is presently spans multiple lines of business. This includes manufacturing of generating sets, solar modules, solar off-grid products, hybrid energy solutions, solar rooftop and solar land-based EPC electrical systems. In fact, there are many other areas in which Jackson is very active, which includes its presence in various other countries, including its footprints in the countries of Southeast Asia and Middle East Africa. Mr. Gupta is a graduate in electronics engineering from Pune University. He is alumni of Harvard Business School, from which he has completed his owner-president management program. Mr. Gupta is an active member of various industry associations and institutions in India. He served as the chairman of CII, Northern Region from 2019 to 20, and is a member of Uttar Pradesh Investment Promotion Board. Fortunately, he is very active in various business forums, pan-India, especially in Uttar Pradesh. He is also chairman of IGBC, Indian Green Building Congress, Uttar Pradesh chapter, and he is also a member of World Economic Forum. Mr. Gupta is deeply committed to various CSR activities of Jackson Group, which are based on the three pillars of education, environment, and community service. The philosophy of Jackson CSR program is to serve the society in a sustainable manner. I welcome Mr. Samir Gupta to this function and request him to address the gathering and launch the web series.
Thank you, Dr. Praveen Saxena, for such a glorious introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Of course, it's a pleasure and an honor to welcome all the participants for launch of this webinar series on sustainable development, renewable energy, and waste management. I especially welcome our guest speaker, Dr. Adarsh Kumar Pandey, Associate Professor, Sunway University, Malaysia, who will be speaking today in the inaugural webinar on the topic importance of sustainable development goals and ways to achieve it. To celebrate 75 years of India's independence, Government of India is celebrating Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, which was launched by Honorable Prime Minister on 15th August 2021. This Mahotsav is dedicated to the people of our nation who have contributed to a progressive India and have the potential to position India to be self-reliant and a sustainable country. I'm happy to share that Skill Council of Green Jobs has taken the initiative to be part of the celebrations of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav by launching series of 75 webinars on sustainable development, renewable energy, and waste management. Mitigating the adverse effects of climate change has become a matter of priority for our country. The ongoing pandemic has taught us the importance of climate resilient infrastructure, which perhaps is the only way to defend ourselves from next possible health crisis. India has adopted several ambitious measures to achieve this objective, including renewable energy, energy efficiency, water management, waste management, etc. Renewable energy and promotion of clean energy are the key sustainable initiatives taken by India to combat this challenge of climate change. India is committed to going green, and we have immense unlocked potential in this area. Renewable energy brings an array of benefits, including self-reliance, energy security, job creation, lowering of energy cost, leading to reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, and of course, cutback of import of fossils. India's share of non-fossil fuel in the total installed capacity would be close to 45–50% by 2030. Green hydrogen is another focus area for our country, which is opening new opportunities in the renewable energy sector. Evidently, hydrogen will play a fundamental role over the long term, and faster adoption of hydrogen will significantly contribute in making our India truly self-reliant. The renewable target set by the Government of India is 450 gigawatts by 2030, and we are all set to surpass this target. This, by the way, brings a huge responsibility on the country and equally brings significant opportunity for having skilled manpower in green sector. To share some data points, India is one of the youngest nations in the world with more than 62% of its population in working age group of 15 to 59 years. More than 54% of India's population is below 25 years of age. It is estimated that the average age of the population of India is 29 years as against 40 years in the US and 46 years in Europe and 47 years in Japan. During the next 20 years, the labor force in the industrialized world is expected to decline by 4%, while in India, it's going to be increasing by 32%. In order to make greening India a reality, we need to address the skilled manpower issue, which will be fundamental to our sustainable growth. Skill councils of green jobs set by Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship will be playing a key role to meet this objective. Skill Council of Green Jobs is working towards introducing elements of environmentally friendly and sustainability in both futuristic jobs as well as in existing job roles. Currently, green business sector generates about 22 lakhs jobs. It is estimated that about 2 crore additional jobs will be created by 2030 due to strategic shift of India towards sustainable and green development. We at Skill Councils of Green Job are committed to contribute to the cause and of course make this world a better place to live in for our generations to come. I am sure that this series of 75 webinars on various topics of sustainable development, renewable energy, and waste management will strengthen efforts of our nation to provide skilled and technically sound workforce for new and emerging India. I wish all the success to this webinar series. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for such a enlightening information to all of us and to all the participants. And now I would like to formally welcome Dr. Adarsh Kumar Pandey, who is our special guest. And I would like to give a small introduction about Dr. Pandey. Dr. Adarsh Kumar Pandey is currently working as an associate professor at the Research Center for Nanomaterials and Energy Technology, School of Engineering and Technology at Sunway University in Malaysia. He is leading the PhD in Sustainability, Science and Technology program at the Sunway University. And prior to working at his current organization, he has worked at the University of Malaya Power Energy Dedicated Advanced Center, University of Malaya in Malaysia. He has also worked at the National Institute of Renewable Energy, Kapurthala, in India as a postdoctoral fellow. He did his PhD in energy from SMBD University, India, and he was National Renewable Energy Fellow of the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy during his PhD. He has published more than 112 research papers as per Scopus database, and as well as filed 5 patents on different solar energy technologies. Besides this, he is also author of a book, reviewer of many journals and editorial board member at many of the international journals. He is also listed in the top 2% scientists in the world by Stanford University. Till now, he has managed more than 1.7 million ringgits of research grants as PIO, COPI. Dr. Pandey has delivered more than 25 keynote and he has been invited in various lectures at the international conferences and workshops and seminars. His current area of research involves, but not limited to, sustainable energy and technologies, phase change materials as thermal energy storage, nano dispersed phase change materials. Now I would like to formally welcome Dr. Pandey and take this inaugural event further. Over to you, Dr. Pandey, and thank you so much for joining us.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Amrit. I hope, first of all, everyone can hear me clearly.
Absolutely, sir.
Yes, absolutely fine.
Thank you very much. Because we are not face to face, this is one of the important things we need to start with, whether you can hear me or not. And first of all, I would like to thank Arpit for such a nice introduction. And I would like to thank Dr. Praveen Saxena, sir, and Gupta ji and Arpit and Vibhas and all the organizing members who are organizing this webinar series for inviting me for this talk on sustainable development goals. So before I start, I would like to share my screen first of all. Okay, can you enable it?
Sure, sir.
You can go ahead and share it, sir.
Yeah.
Well,
Dr. Pandey, the most important lines during these pandemic times and the most popular lines are, am I audible? Is my screen visible? So before you say that, I would say that your screen is visible and you are audible.
Thank you very much, Arpit. And yes, that we need to, when we are face to face, is quite different story. And when we are doing this webinar, means then it's a quite different story, because sometimes like people are there, I don't know, means I'm disconnected or what happened. So maybe in between also I'll ask this. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so as after going through the videos and after listening from Dr. Praveen Saxena and from Mr. Samir Gupta, I'm really impressed to see like how Skill Council for Green Jobs doing wonders. I didn't know that. Means a lot of work is going on under this umbrella. So I would like to congratulate each and everyone there in SCGJ for doing such wonderful work, for creating a lot of like workforce for the country. In my a talk also, which I will emphasize why we need it and what is the importance of that. Basically, especially the creating this skilled manpower is very much important. We know that, okay, the people know that, okay, I mean, okay, bachelor's in this, I'm master's in this, I'm so and so. Okay, I know something about this. Okay, do something is not going to work. You need a skilled manpower who has the specialized skill, whether in solar energy or wind energy or overall in sustainable energy things. So that is the importance of where any organization like Skill Council for Green Jobs or any universities, they can play a very important role to train the manpower so that they come into the picture, they go into the society and serve the nation with skilled skill power, whatever for what they have been trained. So I'm really happy, on being invited. I feel honored, especially in this occasion when India is celebrating 75 years of independence, and on this occasion, Skill Council for Green Jobs is celebrating Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav with a series of 75 webinars on sustainable development, renewable energy, and waste management. So I'm really happy. I will try my best in this roughly around like 45 minutes to or until 1 hour to give you something so that you know about these goals. Because we need to really educate ourselves. What are they? What are the importance? What are the challenges here? And how we can achieve it? How individually actually we can play part? Okay. Okay, so title of that's why my talk is importance of sustainable development goals and ways to achieve it. Before I go through the talk, I would like to tell a little about my organization where I'm currently working. I'm working in Sunway University, which has been told by Arpit. But this picture, I just wanted to show you because the beauty of this university is quite young and dynamic university. Within it's a very, very, very young university, I would say, but still we are in a like good QS ranking. And if you are working here, you are studying here, then within the university itself, like you have the university, you have the college, you have international school. This theme park is there. You have hotels. You have a lot of everything. Whatever you need to live a life, a quality life, you don't need to go outside. You can get it in Sunway City. So we do not call our campus, we call it as a Sunway City. So you have everything here, over here, if you are, whether you are studying or whether you are working here. So, so we have to cope up with the research. We have 17 research centers in our university. And Sunway University very much focused on these sustainable development goals. Keeping that fact in mind, one of the research center where I am working is a research center for nanomaterials and energy technology. From the name itself, you can see that what are the focus of our center under this university. So in this center, what we are doing, we are developing new and emerging materials and their composites and applying for different renewable energy application, basically focused on the solar energy. Okay, So these are some pictures I just put to show you. Okay, these are some pictures where like we can synthesize over here any kind of a new materials we can come out with. We can accommodate roughly around 20 PhD student and master student. They can work at one time. More than 20 student can work here. And then we have another room for sensitive equipment for all the sensitive high-end equipment, whether it is a differential scanning calorimeter or other instruments are available. I won't go deep into that. So this is just a glimpse of my center and my university. You can look into. Okay, so this is going to be the content of my talk. Initially, I'll go through the introductory part of this sustainable development goals. What is that actually, and when it was launched? Okay, then my main focus will be the SDG number 13 and SDG number 7. And 7 means affordable and clean energy. What are the challenges? What can be the solutions? And then SDG number 13. SDG means Sustainable Development Goals. So I'll be talking like every time I can say a Sustainable Development Goals. So SDGs, it will be acronym throughout my lecture. So and then what are the ways to achieve these SDGs, and what should be the roles and responsibilities? What should be the roles and responsibility being an individual or being an organization? And what I am, I just put like few of the slides, what I did or what I am doing, not much. Okay, so mostly I'll focus on these things. Let's go through. Okay, so sustainable development goals, they are also known as global goals and are a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. So, which is very amazing. We have overall these 17 sustainable development goals, which has been defined by United Nations during the summit 25th to 27 September 2015. So it's a very good date. You see, today is the 24th September, and we are starting this webinar on sustainable development. We can say that it's a celebration of 75 years of our independence, but we can also say that we are celebrating 6 years of launching of these goals. So completely means today is 24, means we have exactly completed 6 years of launching of this means, because this started formalizing from after the effect of this summit. So these are basically 17 development goals which you should know. And what are they? So we have goal number one is the no poverty. Means we need to work in certain ways in certain areas so that no one leaves behind, and there is no poverty in the world. We are not talking only about the India. We are not talking about the ASEAN region. We are not talking about the Europe, UK, or USA. We are talking world at a large. I mean, talking about the planet, basically Earth planet. So so no one leaves behind, and no one is having all the resources available for what they need, at least to live a quality life. Whether it is they need a food, they need clothes, they need clean energy. So all those things we need to work on. Then zero hunger. This is one of the like if you go, especially in African countries, so malnutrition is one of the biggest issue. So yes, being a global community, we need to work on the zero hunger so that nobody is hungry. If they're sleeping at the night, okay, they have something to eat. Their stomach is not empty. They're not sleeping empty stomach. And yes, goal number 3 tells about the good health and well-being. Means if it's all about like how we are fit, how the health is. So if our body is healthy, then our mind will also be healthy. So we need to work on the technologies, different technologies coming into the picture, like to tell us, like I'll give you a simple example, like, okay, yeah, nowadays you can buy the smart watches, right? The smart watches is like very I won't say that like it's a big invention, but it's a very small thing. You can wear it in your wrist, on your wrist, or you can take the mobile itself. Okay, so in that at least you can manage manage your activities, how much exercise you have done, okay, and how much steps you have walked throughout the day. So this is one of the example. Okay, so there are a number of like medical equipments, there are a number of things. We need to come out more and more innovation so that we can provide the quality of life, so that good health and well-being of the people can be ensured. Okay, now number 4 is very important, is the quality education. So when we are talking about the education is okay, educating the people, but quality education is very important, where we need to ensure that the kids, means children, whether at primary level or their high school level, undergrad, master or PhD, is the education should be quality. When we are talking about the quality education, means what? Means we need to provide the certain facilities, we need to provide the good teachers to educate them. This is all about goal number 4. Then we have gender equality. So goal number 5 tells about, okay, gender equality, how ratio we can maintain. There also different organizations are still are already working, and we still need to work like how we can in our offices, at home. We always say that, okay, charity begins at home. Okay, if you really want to work on the gender equality, you start from your home. Okay, you respect your mother, your sisters, your wife. Okay, so your daughter. So from there, if you start working, it doesn't mean that for each and everything you do not need the policies from the government. Okay, if you do this, you do this, you follow this, you follow this. This is what, if you're talking about each and everything for policy, we cannot make it. Yes, policy are there in the place, but we as an individual, we need to work on ourselves as well. Okay, then goal number 6 tells about the clean water and sanitation. So to work on the technology to get, because the water is one of the like very important part of our life, without which we cannot live, air and water. So we'll talk about in different goals about the air pollution, maybe the climate action. Okay, but the drinking the good quality water is very important, and for that what we have to do, the water which is available underground, available, or sea water available. Okay, so we need to work on a technology if how the sea water can be made to drinkable water, because most of the Earth planet is being covered by the sea. So if we are able to invent like very efficient technology which convert this sea water into the drinkable water, which are some technologies are already in place, people are working, and we are enhancing more and more their performance. Okay, so this is where we need to work on goal number 6. Then come to goal number 7, where being energy scientist, I am working. Okay, affordable and clean energy. How to ensure about the affordable and clean energy. So if you see here, affordable, it should be affordable, and clean energy. If you talk about the solar energy, if go back like 10 to 12 years back, the energy was okay. People used to talk, when I started in 2008 in NICE. It used to be Solar Energy Center at that time. So the price at that time, also the price per unit was like very high. Then people were not convinced enough to install the solar panel as an individual. But yes, people worked over there, efficiency improved, governments and around the world, they worked to come out with the different policies, and they gave the incentives from the ministries initially, and they promoted those things. Now you can see that, okay, the solar energy, especially the solar photovoltaic, it is quite affordable. And it's not only the clean is one thing. Okay, it should be it should not harm the environment, but it should be the affordable also. If it is a clean, if it is not affordable to the people, that is also of not, I mean, it's not going to be in success. So we have to work on goal number 7. Then it's a goal number 8, decent work and economic growth. Then industry, innovation and infrastructure, which is very important. Goal number 9. If you talk about especially the Asian countries, still the industrial innovation and infrastructure is growing at very fastest pace. So that need to be keep it, because we are still like whether a developed country or underdeveloped countries. So we have to work on the come out with new and innovations in terms of in the industries and infrastructure, and reduced inequalities, and then sustainable cities and communities. Like we have to implement these technologies so that cities and communities becomes more sustainable. Okay, then we have to work on the goal number 12 as well, responsible consumption and production, where we really something is production is there. Okay, how responsible are we? How we are using it? Okay, what should be the maybe from government point of view? Suppose we talk about the buildings. Okay, there should be some building codes. It's already there. Okay, so if we are like having the aircon, or we have the fans, or these are now coming into the different star, 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star. What are they? Okay, so you are making if you are going for suppose 5-star refrigerator. Okay, what does it mean? Means you are responsible to, you are paying a little more to the technology to reduce the consumption. Okay, then goal number 13 tells about the climate action. We'll talk more about these things. Then 14, you have goal number 15, life on earth, how it can be made more good. Okay, then peace, justice and strong institutions and partnerships for the goals. So these are the like an overview of all the 17 sustainable development goals, which out of which we are going to more discuss about these things. Okay, so this is how it was started. It was started by launching this event by the United Nations Sustainable Development Summit in 2015 during 25th to 27th September, where over 150 heads of the state and government attended the UN's Sustainable Development Summit in New York from on this date. And the summit outcome documented entitled Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable World Development, was agreed on by the 193 member states of the United Nations, and including 17 Sustainable Development Goals. I mean, these were agreed by 193 member states of UN. So let's talk about this very important thing. Okay, how sustainable development goals. We talk about 5 Ps and Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We in Bharat, we believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and how it is related with these goals. Okay, if you see, in sustainable development goals, we are focusing on the inclusiveness to ensure that everyone, no one like is sleeping who are empty stomach. Everyone has all the facilities. The people, we're talking about the people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. We are talking about the universal. We are talking in the sustainable development goals, we are talking about the universal scale. We are talking about the whole planet. We are not talking about the particular country. We are not talking about the particular state. So we are talking about the whole planet. So these we are talking about it so that no one leaves behind. So what does it mean? I mean, how this was Kutumbakam related to it, because Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam also tells about the world is one family. This whole world we consider as one family. And when we are talking about the kind of emotion we have with our family, living like with it, suppose you have, sometimes you consider, okay, my mother, my father, my wife, son, daughter, this is my family. But if you go back to our root, we used to say that, okay, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, this world is one family. And when we say this world is one family, it means we are ensuring the peace, we are ensuring the good food, we are ensuring the quality life for each and every one in the family. So that is how these sustainable development goals are related with this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Okay, let us, it's not glorifying each and everything. Okay, let us understand the problem as well. Otherwise, we'll leave behind if we are glorifying only ourselves, but we are not looking into the problem. That is another problem. So problem is we are not understanding the problem. So we have to understand what are the problems so that we should focus more on that. Maybe we are doing very good. As a country, we are doing very good. Okay, but we need to understand what India accounts to global burden. We can say that. Okay, one thing is population. We are the second most populous country, and we are roughly around 1.36 billion people out of 7.5 billion. Okay, and in my opinion, we have to work on this also, like in population control type of thing, and then population living below poverty line. There are many people. If I'm not mistaken, roughly around, as per the statement by Government of India in 2019, still 6.7% of the population is below poverty line, as per the government data, which may be more. I don't know, so we have to focus here as well, so that everyone gets their part from the society. And then another problem is the chronic malnutrition. Okay, the rate is now low, but yes, still there is a chronic malnutrition, some part of the India where we have to work on, so that we need to ensure good food to everyone. And child marriages are less, but still I would say that in far-flung areas, the areas which are not well connected to the cities, there still we need to work, and it is happening. Open defecation, where I would say that I'm very happy to see how the Government of India, the current government, they really worked on this. And but when you go in the reality in the villages, still there is the ratio is quite high. In the villages, open defecation is very high, so we need to work on this as well. So, and maternal deaths still roughly around 20% maternal deaths are there, so we need to work on the more on this. And child deaths are there due to many reasons, maybe the malnutrition, maybe because of the not getting the proper treatment when they are sick. So these are some of the problems we need to work, so that we can back the success of SDGs. So I'm here talking about it. Before going to the solution, let's talk about the problem. That's why you need to understand the solution, then you can find out the you need to understand the problem, then you can find out the solution. Okay, so this is one of the slide. Okay, maybe I tell to people, okay, this is one of the professor from Rice University, USA. He had identified humanity's top 10 problem for next 50 years, what should be. And you can see that out of 10 problems, top 10 problems, 3 are related with energy, environment, and water. So energy, environment, and water, they are going to be the top 10 problems, under top 10 problems in next 50 years. So we really need to work on the technologies which are sustainable in manner, apart from poverty, disease, democracy, population, education, terrorism, war, food. So these are the focus are going to be, and we need to really come out with, we need to increase the share of the clean energy in the total which we are fetching to the taking from the grid. So so this is another thing. Now let's talk about the energy point of view. Okay, so we'll focus more on the energy point of view, means sustainable development goal number now 7 and goal number 13. We'll talk more on this, then at the end we'll talk inclusive way all the goals. So from one of the source I have taken this, okay, and it is projected words means current energy, what we have, the current energy demand is roughly around 18 terawatt of the energy. But if you see by 2050, how much we are going to need? We are going to need roughly around 30 terawatt of energy, means 25 to 30 terawatt of energy. So if you see here, is this data is showing that currently demand is 18 terawatt, but we are going to need 30 terawatt, means in another can say 30 years, in another 30 years. So in another 30 years, 12 terawatt of more energy will be needed. First thing, you need to understand why it is needed, because and who will be the more contributor for that demand. So why it will be needed? Because we still, like many of the countries, especially the ASEAN countries, Asian countries, they are still growing. Population is still increasing, and when the population increasing and when the industrialization is still taking place, we will need more and more energy. So if you see the graph, I didn't show here the graph, but if you see the trend, Europe and US and UK, and they what happened? They sustained their energy consumption from last 10 years. It is sustained. It's not like increasing trend. But if you see the Asian countries, their consumption of energy is increasing trend. It is still increasing. Why? Because our population is increasing. We are more and more new technologies, new industries coming into the picture, and when more industries coming into the picture, we'll need more and more energies as well. So here we are going to need maybe 12 terawatt of more energy as compared to 18 terawatt at the current pace. So where and how to get it? Okay. So from where to get it? Currently, if you see, more than 60% of the energy which we are taking from the fossil fuels. It means that we are mostly dependent, more than 50%, more than 60%, we are dependent on the fossil fuels, which are coal, oil, gases. Okay. So if you see the trend, coal, oil, gas, the same manner, the way we are using in the current scenario, if we are going to use, the coal may suppose it will end in 2080. The oil may also roughly around 2070, and gas may 2060 or 2070. So not more than another 70 years we cannot sustain if we are not increasing the share of the renewable energy in the increasing the renewable energy share. So if we have to, first of all, if you forget about the climate change, you forget about the another thing, you need the energy. Okay, you need the energy to live. So for that, if you are harnessing more and more fossil fuels, that will finish, and that will then how you are going to get the energy? So only the thing is that you have to harness more and more renewable energy. And why we need to harness? What is the sustainable energy? Sustainable, what does it mean? When we say that what is sustainable means that we fulfill our present need without compromising with the future generation. The energies like renewable energies are those, means we can as much harness whatever we need, and they have the enough potential to fulfill our present need and without compromising the future generations. Why? When we are using the fossil fuels, how we are compromising the future? I'll tell you how we are compromising. We are compromising in two ways. First of all, if we are harnessing that energy more and more, that is going to deplete, and we will having no energy, no fossil fuels. First thing. Second thing, we are contributing a lot of GHGs, greenhouse gases, to the environment. So that is another thing, how we are compromising with our future. But when we are working on a technology like renewable energy, which is considered as a sustainable energy, we can harness as per our need and we do not pollute the environment, which is a clean. So these are called this sustainable energy. In broad term, when we talk about this sustainable, it means that it's a very simple thing you need to understand. Fulfill your need without compromising the future generation. That is the broad meaning of this sustainable. Okay, let's learn about why this SDG 7 miss goal number 7 is very important. Because, and what are the targets? This is very important. Why? Because this ensures, if we are working on goal number 7, it ensures that we are going to work on affordable and clean energy for our current generation and the future generation. And these are the ways, these are the identified targets have been finalized in the document. Target number 7.1, by 2030, ensure universal access to energy services, means to all, so that everyone can get the modern energy, reliable energy, and affordable energy. Target number 2 is by 2030, increase substantially the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix. We are talking about the global energy mix, okay? And then target number 7.3 tells about you by 2030, double the global rate of improvement in energy efficiency, which is very important. You need to understand, okay, one thing is that developing new technology, okay, you come out with something, okay, you develop new solar cell, you develop new solar thermal collector, okay, one thing is that which is very efficient, okay. Another thing is that you improve the energy efficiency, you improve the performance of the current system by modifying it. So that is another target. So you cannot come out with new invention, then you come out with at least modification, you improve the performance of the existing system. And target is to double the improvement. And another target is by 2030, enhance international cooperation to facilitate access to clean energy research and technology. Okay, so here, like a lot of money is being fetched on the food, water, and energy nexus. If you go to the global platform, there are many of the agencies who particularly offer the funding if you are doing the research on a technology which are related, which has the nexus of food, water, and energy. If you talk about, like, okay, you can work, suppose, on solar photovoltaic technology, agrovoltaic, you can say that, okay, which will cover the energy, okay, you can pump the water in the farming, and you can grow the plants or whatever you want in the so it can cover the whole energy, water, and food nexus. So okay, to enhance the international cooperation to facilitate that, this is one of the another target in SDG number 7. SDG number 7 B, there is another target by 2030, expand infrastructure and upgrade technology for supplying modern and sustainable energy services for all in developing countries. So India and SDG number 7. So we need to, there are many problems. Let's talk about this particular issue. In at least 12.6 in India, 12.6% still lacks access of modern electricity. Okay, so which is, I would say that, okay, now it is claimed that, okay, India is 100% electrified, but 100% villages are electrified. Okay, so 100% villages are electrified doesn't mean that, okay, everyone is electrified. May not be like in the village, everyone did not get. So this data shows that, okay, still 12.6% still lacks the access to modern electricity, which may be the affordable and clean energy. Okay, so but India is doing tremendously very well, and it has the ambitious renewable energy target by 2022, and of 175 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity comprising 100 gigawatt by solar energy, 60 gigawatt by wind energy, and 10 gigawatt by biomass, and 5 by the hydropower. Okay, now let's talk about what are the challenges and what can be the solutions. Okay, challenge number 1, 1 in 5 people still lacks access to modern electricity. I'm not talking about the Indian scenario. It's a global scenario, okay? And it is not Indian scenario. I'm talking about the global scenario. 1 in 5 people still lacks the modern electricity. What does it mean? Means 20% people still in the world still do not have the modern electricity. Modern electricity means that, okay, they may rely on the wood, charcoal, or animal waste for cooking and eating. So they do not have such type of a thing. So what can be the solution? Solution is to ensure everyone has access to clean, affordable, reliable, and modern energy. And what are they? Okay, they are whether you integrate the solar energy or wind energy. It may be based on the localities. Maybe you are that village or that area is locality is like that where the solar insolation is very high. Okay, when solar insolation is very high, you can go and install maybe the community type of a solar photovoltaic power plant and fetch to the grid and supply back there. Or it can be of standalone systems, individual houses integrated with the battery technology. Maybe 24/7 they can get. If 24/7 they cannot get, at least especially for the lighting purposes and for the lighting purposes and for the cooking purposes, at least they can get in the daytime. So this is one of the issue where we need to work on, being a country, being a state, being a world, being a planet, so that everyone gets the access of clean and affordable energy. Okay, now another challenge is energy provided by fossil fuels is the main contributor of climate change, which represents 60% of all greenhouse gases. Means out of all, only the fossil fuels which we are using, which is more than 60%, it is contributing to the greenhouse gas. So what is the solution? What can be the solution is put in place the energy saving policies. So energy saving policies are very important. First thing. Second thing, implement more and more. Okay, be more ambitious, over ambitious. I would say that be more ambitious and over ambitious, and install more and more renewable energies. Now, another one is every year, another challenge is every year indoor air pollution kills 4.3 million people. Most of them are women and children. So this is one of the very, this problem is especially in the village, okay, where you won't believe, but I would say that the number is quite high. Still, 40% population of the world is using the wood-based cooking or charcoal-based cooking, especially if you go to the African countries and in India as well. If you go to the villages area, if I would tackle, like I belong to the village, I'm a farmer's son. Okay, when I used to live, maybe not long back, I would say maybe 15 years back, 13, 14, 15 years back, my mother also used to use the wood for cooking the food. Okay, so and that has a lot of like health impact on the women and children. So we have to work on the technology, renewable energy technology, especially the solar cookers, I will say here. So what is the problem? Why that technology is not like success? Solar cookers are not success. The problem with the solar cookers are that they are available only in the day timing. Solar energy is available on the day timing, but the cooking mostly done in the morning and in the night time. So we need to ensure this. Either if you install the solar photovoltaic system, then you have to come out with the batteries associated with, then it becomes another issue. Or you cook using the solar thermal cookers, where you integrate the thermal energy storage system, on which topic I work basically. So you can work on the solar cookers to ensure that, so that people do not have that kind of a disease of especially the women and children. So that can be the solution. Invest in renewable energy and disseminate its uses. Okay. Now we'll it's all done about the goal number 7. Now we'll talk about the goal number 13. Okay, so goal number, there are some of the facts I've taken it. Okay, so fact number 1 is, as of 2017, humans are estimated to have caused approximately 1 degree centigrade of global warming above pre-industrial levels. And sea levels have risen by about 20 centimeters since 1880 and are projected to rise another 30 to 122 centimeters by 2100. So we really need to work on these aspects so that we can reduce the greenhouse gases, we can produce. And when we are like reducing these greenhouse gases, it doesn't mean that we are just simply reducing. These technologies should be the affordable. That is very important, and it should create not only the like that, it should create the job also. Okay, so if you see here, that can really, that bold climate action could trigger at least 26 trillion US dollar economic benefit by 2030 if really work on that. Okay, and the energy sector alone will create roughly around 18 million more jobs by 2030. So the same here I have taken why this SDG number 13 is very much important. Because so that we can make this planet, we can make this Earth planet to live a better life, and we do not get like more and more disease. So for that, number of targets has been put into place into the document, and target number 13.1 tells about the strengthen resilience and adaptive capacity to climate related hazards and natural disasters in all countries. Okay, and 13.2 tells you about the integrate climate change measures in policy. Then 13.3 tells you about the improved capacity on climate change. Then 13.8 tells you implement UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change Commitment. Okay, and then promote mechanism LDC for the CC management, carbon capture management. So all those things, targets need to be improved, achieved. Okay, now India and SDG number 13. Okay, so in terms of India, I would say that okay, India is doing very well, and we have, especially in terms of renewable energy technology. But if we are not taking the action, real action, without action, the world's average surface temperature is likely to surpass 3 degrees Celsius this century, which we need to prevent, and we cannot go beyond like 1.5 degrees C. So we have to be below that. Okay, so these are the Indian scenario, what has been done so far. Okay, so nearly 300 million rural people depend on the forest for a part of their subsistence and livelihood. So we need to think of that point of view. And land is 60% of land is used for the agriculture, and 24.1% is under forest cover. India is third largest greenhouse gas emitter and responsible for roughly around 7% of global emissions. So we have to really reduce, at least make it below 5% as per the Kyoto Protocol as well. Okay, so what are the challenges in these and how we can give the solutions? Okay, so okay, for greenhouse gas emissions have increased since the pre-industrial era. So which is driven largely by the economic and population growth, and now higher than ever. So what we have to do as a solution, inform and inspire people and institutions to take action against climate change. How to take action? So there are a number of things I'll suggest which can be done. Another challenge is world is warming, which I discussed. Okay, then what we have to do? What are the solutions? Innovate and adopt technological solutions to mitigate and adapt to climate change. It's not only the implementation point of view. You have to really work on the new technologies, on the performance improvement of the technologies. You have to come out with you have to invest, being a country, you have to invest more on the research and development, which is the key to the success of any country. So more investment on research and development is needed so that we can come out with more and more technologies where we can capture the carbon and we can utilize carbon capture and utilization can be done at more efficient ways. Okay, and another challenge is storms, floods, hurricanes, and droughts. Okay, they are intensifying. Oceans are warming and becoming more acid, and ice is disappearing and seas are rising. So you have seen this, and this is not happening. Okay, this is happening. This is bound to happen. It is not happening at all. Climate change is real. You see, if you from I was going through like one of the video where it was shown very clearly that I forget to put here that video. Otherwise, you can see clearly from how 1882 until here, and we really increased the temperature. Okay. So, okay. So what we need to understand the core framework is first thing, we need to work on this so that no one leaves behind. And SDG monitoring is about inclusion, participation and growth for all, one and all, whether you are a student, whether your household, your organization, or anyone. Okay, monitoring frame at all level, which is very important. Means it is not only the country level or world level. It should be the ensured at the state level. It should be ensured at the what you call the taluka, village level. So it need to be ensured at every level. Monitoring should be done. Flexibility yet within overall SDG agenda. So national or state circumstances and requirements and priorities to determine the national state SDG agenda. Okay, now guiding framework for the SDG planning. Okay, so it is very important that you have the latest status on who are the most deprived in the society. Who do they live within the society? Where do they live? Okay, if you do not know that, being a country, being a village, being a society, so you will not able to track that. Okay, whom you have to work more on them. Okay, so it is very latest update, latest status should be known. Who are the most deprived? Where do they live within the society? And time trend. Is the situation, to track the time, is the situation getting worse or it is getting the better? If it is getting worse, it means we are on a wrong path. We are not doing what need to be done. So that need to be taken care. We need to analyze whether situation is getting better or worse. Is inequality new, enduring, or improving? Okay. So what may be the key messages? Turning the data into information. Need to see like what are the current priority areas for action. Why are deprivation prevailing? Social norms, legal frameworks, and overall policy implementation need to be take into the place. Okay. Okay, I'll just move it. Okay, here. Okay, broad roadmap to state monitoring framework. This is very important to understand, being like how it can be done. Okay, you need to first develop the state vision for next 15 years. So there is a suppose 15-year policy for 2015 to 2030 by United Nations. So those maybe for the 193 member countries are there. So within the country itself, so we have so many like states over here in India. So all the states should develop their own vision for next 15 days so that we can achieve these goals within the given time framework. And review then what should be the next roadmap is review of existing policy and programs and implementation in a convergent manner. So the existing policy, whatever in place, whether they are effective, inefficient, or improvement needed, those need to be analyzed. Then mapping to SDG goals and target. Mapping is very important. Okay, whatever the things you are doing, sometimes okay, I am contributing towards the SDG, but I don't know how I am contributing. So mapping need to be done. Okay, I'm doing this, so I'm contributing towards goal number 7, goal number 8, goal number 9. That mapping I'll show you how. So that we will know that okay, out of 17, are we missing somewhere, or we are contributing towards all the goals. So that mapping is very much needed. Then setting practical target, states priorities and existing situation based on the evidences. And then go towards the lead to states development monitoring framework, then map it to SDG monitoring indicators, missing any critical indicator, then we need to include that indicator, and then work on the undertake data gap analysis, plan for bridging the data. So these are the broad roadmap to the state point of view, like how we can achieve the sustainable development goals. We have to really develop the vision for next 15 years. So we had the some of the states I was looking into, like Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat. Those vision documents are there, but one thing is that being the vision document, but by time to time, are we really monitoring them? Are we really mapping them as per the SDG or not? Those are very important things we need to look into. Okay, now we'll come to the thing, roles and responsibility. How, if I have not taken like all, but some of the important society members and organizations have taken, like how we can contribute, what can be our role. Okay, so in advancing the sustainable development goals, if you are a student, okay, then how can you contribute towards the SDG? Some of the points I have written, you can contribute towards all the goals actually, but very small points I have written what we should need take care when we are living in a society. Okay, avoid use of like electrical appliances in absence of person. When, okay, you are going out of the class, you are in the home, okay, wherever you feel, okay, now it is of no use, you just switch off. Avoid wastage of food, especially like in our teenagers or those, there are like a lot of wastage of food. Okay, I don't like to. So you need to really, when next time you waste the food, you need to think of these goals. Okay, we are working on the goal number 1, zero hunger, means where many people are, you need to think about the facts. There are many people in the world, they do not get the food. They are facing the malnutrition problem. So do not waste the food. And it's a hard work of the farmers and hard work of maybe your parents, so that they bring you and you can contribute towards SDG number 2, that is mapping. Educate yourself, your fellow friends and neighbors about the SDGs. Maybe you can contribute towards the goal number 4. Use public transportation and cycle for short travels. So that is very important things. Many of you won't believe, but I'm telling you, I haven't bought cars for myself yet. Many times, like my wife said, okay, why you are not buying and all those things, but I'm telling you, still either I go by walk or I go by public transport. However, by God's grace, I can afford very well. I can afford any car very well. Okay, right now, but I still use the public transport to go to the office. I use only the taxis. Also, I use very less. I use only where it is very much necessary, so that we can really, these things we have to take into our life. It's not something only about the teaching. Treat all your fellow friends equally, which is we can contribute towards the SDG number 5. Okay, now come to the, if you are a teacher in society, then how you can contribute. Okay, being a teacher, teaching students about the SDGs will make a student more globally conscious. And you have being a teacher, you have the responsibility to prepare the workforce, skilled manpower, okay, in the society. So being a teacher, you can really contribute towards all the goals, not one single goal. Ensure inclusive and equitable equality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So goal number 4, which talks about, okay. So that is how being a teacher, you can work and you can map yourself wherever you are working, how you can contribute to a SDG. Acknowledging SDG 5 P's, basically. Focus on gender equality. It can teach girls, especially goal number 5, which talks about the gender equality. It can teach girls about current condition for women in the workplace. and teach students and global problems which are associated. So maybe about the climate action, what need to be taken care, and what are the current data, and what the facts, how the global warming taking place. All those need to be taught to our from when they are children. You need to teach them. Okay, and then teaching students about the SDGs will foster their critical thinking skills. Okay, now when you are scientist or researcher, and researcher is the same thing actually. So, okay, carrying out a research which influence SDG goals. So it depends on you, like which area of research you are working. Maybe you are working in the health sector, you may contribute there. So being a researcher and scientist, you can contribute in all the goals. Okay, and very important thing, do not produce something garbage to the society which is not valuable for our future generation. If you are a researcher, do a ethical research, produce something valuable to our society, and improve the performance of renewable energy systems to place the conventional energy sources. You can contribute towards the SDG number 7. Elaborate the basic concepts of every research work for better understanding of the students. Provide reliable data, which is very important. I told you, when you are a scientist, okay, publishing a paper sometimes, okay, you are publishing in a good publishing in a journal. So some feel that, okay, I'm publishing for my promotion, for don't do that. You don't produce any garbage in the society. You produce a reliable data. The data which can be produced, if someone is reading your paper, your research paper, they should really work on that, and they can reproduce that data, which is very important. Okay, so these are if you are a scientist or researcher, you can contribute in this way. And if you are a social activist, okay, then you raise your opinion against gender equality, you raise voice against deforestation, create awareness among people towards the importance of SDG, ensure follow-up on EIA, environmental impact assessment, during every project, avoid contribution to noise, light, or visual pollution. So these are the ways how you can play a very important role being social activist. Okay, as an organization like Skill Council for Green Jobs, after seeing the video, I can see that, okay, you guys are really doing tremendous work, and which I put points over here. Okay, being an organization, you have the responsibility, okay, within the organization, how small things, how you can implement the solar energy, renewable energies, how you can switch off the lights, how you can manage the waste. Apart from those things, you need to conduct the training of the employees, your employees. They should know all about the SDGs. Organize the seminar series like this, international conferences, workshop on SDGs, to disseminate the knowledge on all SDGs, so that people know about these things and they are more aware. And then incorporate like water saving devices and taps and tanks. A lot of things can be basically done being an organization. And this is one of the very important thing I just put. If you are a homemaker, how you can contribute towards the sustainable development. Okay, you have very important role to play towards the SDG. If you are a homemaker, you don't feel that, okay, I'm a homemaker, but I'm telling you, my mother worked more than me. And if you have to feel that, you take that role of your mother for like 1 or 2 or 3 days, you will feel that how much she does work. Okay, so that's, and they really play a very important role, and they can play more and more, and that need to be mapped how it is related to SDG. They can play an important role in reducing the energy consumption in heating, cooling, and cooking. And by reducing the energy consumption in lighting, use energy saving light bulbs as CFLs and LEDs. Okay, schedule purchase, like not going for often shopping, and those lot of small things can be done. And most importantly, teach children about the SDGs. So these mothers can really teach children when they are very small. They can, if they are available, aware about the SDG. Homemaker is aware about the SDG. So it is, they can teach the kids over there. So you really inculcate when they are kid. So you have to inculcate these things from the childhood. So how it can be done? By two things. One, your mother, and second thing is your teacher. So it's very important. They play very important role, and we need to tell them also how they can contribute towards the SDG. So okay. Now this last thing, I just wanted to tell you about my main roles and responsibility, how I am contributing towards the SDG. Okay, I'm teaching on affordable and clean energy and climate change. As in my introduction, I told you that I have, when I joined here Sunway University, I developed this program, PhD on in sustainability, science and technology. This course is developed by me. I'm leading this program. So I teach on this energy basically and climate change. So I contribute towards, if I map myself, I contribute towards SDG number 7 and 13. Then I conduct high impact research on clean and affordable energy, SDG number 7. I train undergraduates, masters and doctoral students, so which contributes towards goal number 4. I also organize seminar series, international conferences, workshop on SDGs to disseminate the knowledge, which contributes towards different goals. So this is how I play the role. So I just wanted to show you some of my research. I won't go through deep into that here. I just wanted to show, okay, we have, we do the research. So what we do here, we developed a photovoltaic thermal system integrated with the cleaning the dust, as well as we integrated with the thermal energy storage system, which we call phase change materials. I won't go through that. Maybe many of you won't understand what is that. But we, as a layman, I will make you understand, okay, this system, with this system, this does not gives you, we developed this system, we patented this, and this system does not gives you only electrical energy, but this system you can use for water heating, as well as you can save that energy during the daytime. You can heat the water in the night time as well. You can use this system in the industries as well for electrical and thermal power output. So, and it's a very efficient system we developed. And we also developed the self-cleaning glass for PVs. Like one of the, like if the dust is on the panel, it's one of the, like, this reduces the performance of the solar PV. So we came out with our coatings, okay, and we developed the coating and we patented it, that coating, and the performance can be enhanced if we coat that coating on the surface of PV panel. And one of my PhD student, he, after graduating, Dr. Amirul, he started his own, and I mean, he is now an entrepreneur, and he started his own company in University of Malaya, NanoGuard, and he has now number of products he is working on, for not only for PV glass, but for the building glass, for car glass, many products we are working here. So another work on the nano enhanced phase change materials, I won't go through deep, maybe it's not sure. Okay, now come to the end. Okay, if you want to know more about my research, I have those publications. You can go through my Google Scholar profile or ResearchGate or Azadi. You can find it out over there. All my research papers are over there. Scopus, author ID, and LinkedIn also, you can follow me over there, and I keep on updating about my activities on LinkedIn as well. Okay, now I would like to acknowledge Sunway University, Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia, University of Malaya, University Malaysia Pahang, and other funding agencies for research grants. My collaborators from around the world, whether from Australia, Denmark, UAE, or Malaysia, or India. And my students, Dr. Shaukat, Dr. Amirul, Mr. Matthew George, Mr. Arif, Mr. Kalidasan, Mr. John, Jija, and Mr. Reji Kumar, and Mr. Imtiaz. So thank you very much. I hope it was not boring.
Thank you, Dr. Pandey. Frankly, I would like to again congratulate you for achieving so much of success in such a young age. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking time out from your very, very extremely busy schedule and to be the guest speaker for our today's seminar. In fact, your presence and wise words, I'm sure it has helped magnify our cause in the best possible way. And all thanks to your enlightening words that has inspired so many people today out here. I really look forward for our next interaction very, very soon. And once again, thank you so much, Dr. Pandey. And now I would like to request Dr. Praveen Saxena, CEO, Skill Council for Green Jobs, to share his enlightening words.
Thank you very much, Arpit and Dr. Pandey. In fact, these are your lecture is one of the very few lectures which is trying to give solutions. Most of the time, we keep on posing problems. This is the problem, this is the problem, this is the problem. And hardly anybody talks about, honestly, the solutions or our responsibilities. In fact, on the chat, I was seeing that there are people who are really appreciating the lecture, and also important thing as to how we have to change our attitude and behavior towards these things becomes extremely, extremely important. I can see that. I can also take a pride that I can see that you are working on something where probably you started some work in the Solar Energy Center or National Institute of Solar Energy on solar thermal and solar photovoltaic combinations. We used to talk. I really thank you for taking this forward and bringing it to a usable technology. Thank you very much once again, Dr. Pandey. And as Arpit said, we will keep on bothering you for more informative lectures. And whenever you feel that you have more to share, we have about, this is about a 2 years kind of a webinar series with 75 webinars. Every week we will be organizing webinars. I would also like to tell our participants, in fact, it was heartening to see that there are 250 plus people who have joined this webinar. And if I discount them for the people closely attached to Skill Council for Green Jobs, then at least 200 plus people have heard you, which are in our domain and in our sector. Thank you very much to all the participants. And I would also like to tell the participants that if you want that we should cover any topic in these webinars, kindly give suggestions to Arpit. Also, if you want to deliver a webinar on your favorite topics, kindly contact us so that more people can benefit from your knowledge and from your experience. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Pandey. And I really request all the people, even though we can't physically see them, to give a big hands to Professor Dr. Pandey, who actually have his roots in India, and he's really, and I hope and wish that you take the flag of India at a very, very high stream, like this red fort. If you see on the screen, the red fort having Indian flag at the highest point. So I give this responsibility to you to take our name and flag to a different height. Thank you very much, Dr. Pandey.
Thank you very much, sir. And thank you very much for, I can see also in the chat box, like they are giving like a good, I think they liked it. And thank you very much, sir, for inviting me. I'm really honored. I would say that there is nothing to bother, and I'm always available to interact with the participants, and whatever knowledge I have, I'm ready to disseminate that knowledge. And thank you for inviting me, sir. And Arpit and Vibhas and Mr. Sumit Gupta, and I really thank everyone.
Yeah, let us put on record the entire team of SCGJ, who has worked very, very hard in this short time to put together all this. Thank you very much, my dear colleagues.
Sir, I would like to also request you to formally launch the website which has been specifically created for the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav series. I would like to request you to inaugurate that formally. And Dr. Pandey, you have to stay with us for a while. Over to you, CEO, sir.
In fact, I would request the entire SCGJ team to to switch on your videos if possible, so that we can jointly launch this website. What we have, which has been developed, would host all the upcoming events and also the recordings of previous lecture. So, for example, Dr. Pandey's lecture would be available there as video recording on this website. We can let SCGJ entire team may do this launch. Go ahead, please. A big hand to SCGJ team who has put together this entire effort. And once again, I would like to mention that all those who would like to see the upcoming next webinar or next to next webinar, I hope to put at least 3 webinars in series, upcoming 3 webinars, and also the recordings of the previous one. All the best to all the participants. And once again, I thank you, all the participants who are present here to support us in this activity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Pandey, and thank you all the participants for joining us today. And I would like to thank all the participants and our honorable guests for giving their valuable time. And SCGJ would be conducting similar webinar series in the future times. And I would request you to visit our website to know more about the upcoming webinars and the events. So all of you have a great day ahead. And on behalf of the team of Skill Council for Green Jobs, thank you once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We come to a close of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.